It started, but I'm doing the
Guys, on to my reviews. You're listening to the Friday Frothy. What a fantastic show.
That's the
Friday Frothy.
Frothy.
The Friday Frothy.
Good evening, folks. Welcome back to the Friday Frothy. My name's Jeff, and your name is what?
Glenn.
Hello, Glenn. How are you tonight, matey?
I said that Glenn, didn't I?
You
Glenn.
did, Glenn.
It's got double E.
Glenn.
Or one E.
This is the Friday Frothy. We're here not every Friday night anymore. We're every second Friday night. We haven't got a full house, Glenny, but we've got a bit of a crowd.
We've got a good crowd here in Mart. And they've braved the elements. Because we're out in it.
We haven't braved it in here. It's about like 35 degrees in here.
Yeah, it's about 2 degrees outside.
I've turned up the heat for the old Glenster. Mate, we have got Corey from Corey's Garden Landscaping in the building. Hey, Corey, how are you, buddy?
Yes, and we have, and his lovely wife is in here too. And,
sees you.
and the rest of the crew.
Edge
from
and
the,
Josh.
And Josh is in the house. So
Thanks for coming in,
yeah,
guys.
no,
And we've got a little
fantastic.
Lesco down here, and Alison,
Yeah,
the producer.
She's
there.
worked, aimlessly, for
that
the last
normal?
hour trying to get our makeup right, mate.
Whoa! Jeez.
That's a joke, actual fact. And Al's in behind doing all the technical
Jargon.
jargon that we
Now,
have to put up
I'm a
with.
bit worried tonight, guys, because it looks like we've got the show sorted out what we're doing, but the producer, as she calls it,
The big
producer,
producer, yes.
is, I think she may have a bit of footage and stuff from us being away and doing different things, so I'm a bit scared what she's got.
Oh, well, we
scared.
don't know.
I'm a bit
I mean, it
scared.
could be,
The viewers might be scared of this.
Oh, what? What are you doing? You haven't got that yelling guy back, have you?
No.
Hey, seriously? Hello, everyone.
This is what the guys get up to when they go away.
What do we do?
There's a little bit of cherry shed billboard action
Oh,
happening
look at that.
right
That's
there.
cute. Hey, there's little Rob.
It's
Rob
like
the,
going away with a couple of kids.
Rob the dog down the bottom there, you like that?
well, we did kid things.
Well, we
when
did,
were
didn't
there.
we? Went to the zoo. If you don't know, guys, Glenn, myself, and our partners, Alison and Leah, we've been
Our good mate Rob, there you go,
Rob,
Rob, if you're joined in there.
Captain Fettuccine.
Hope you're not in bed, mate. It's past 6 o'clock now. But at any rate, sucked in, gotcha. But at any rate,
We've done a bit of a trip around the state of Tasmania, and we might show you a little bit of that, over the next couple of shows.
we will. Yeah, no, we have, and a great announcement later on too.
Oh, you're pregnant?
No, the Latrobe
Right.
Latrobe Football
Sorry.
Club, mate. We're in.
Just look like you're giving it away.
My apologies,
We're
ladies
in.
and gentlemen.
We're
Glenn is
in
not
Latrobe.
pregnant. I am. Look at me. Holy hell. Latrobe, you are. You are. So,
Hey, Jeff, what does the
Well,
cockatoo
mention
say?
and there he is there. I found out on holidays last week that I can actually talk like a cockatoo. I never knew that.
Well, you can, and they respond, mate.
But they
What else
do.
can you say?
I could say lots of things. But
And
anyway,
I was surprised how he said Glenny.
he did. He said Glenny Cleaver.
How good's that? That was at the Tasmanian Zoo. Big shout out to Tasmanian Zoo.
Yeah.
It was great up there. So friends in Launceston.
They looked after us and took us through. They heard that the Friday Frothy crew was coming,
It
Glenn,
was
and
a big rollout when we walked in there.
they met us at the gate and they took us through and wanted to
lot of crap, but then,
feed us to the lions. But no, thank you to Tasmanian Zoo.
it was terrific up there. So
Get up there, guys, and
get
go
up.
to it because
Get your kids, everyone get up there. That was fantastic.
it was, mate.
What have we got, mate?
Well, let me tell you, it's been a huge week in sport, and look, unfortunately, it's not unfortunate, but there is a lot of motorsport that's happening at the moment. So I'm going to talk a bit of motorsport tonight.
Yeah.
We're going to talk a bit of AFL. We're going to talk a bit of rugby league. We're going to talk a bit of boxing. We're going to talk a bit of Olympic Games.
Olympic Games.
Really?
Is that coming around? Is it?
Well, they're in trouble, mate, but let's get to that in a minute. Let's just start the show off, first of all, with Out With It, because that's what we normally do.
We will.
And,
We'll start with your segment, Out With It.
There's a couple of things happening this week that I'm not real happy with. Out with it,
Is
please.
it out with it?
Oh, yes. Out with it! You all right? Yeah. The first thing I'm not happy with this week, mate, is my beer is empty.
Would you like another one?
That would be awesome. Thank you very much.
Hey, there's still something in that, mate.
Yeah, right? The,
That has some in
hey,
it, Jeff.
the what?
That's something in
Left
it.
in there.
Yeah, I'm not finished. I'm not finished. The second thing I'm not happy with, mate, is we've got a couple of Carlton supporters. Actually, we've got one Carlton supporter in our frothy bar.
Well, Corey's Yeah, I mean, he's
Thank you very much.
eats, sleeps, and drinks the Navy Blues.
Have you seen the news? They're talking
No.
about poor old David Teague, ex-North Melbourne.
Ah, yes, he's going to be babysitted.
Not a great, but good player.
He's going to be babysitted.
Well, they're talking about John Worsfold coming in and babysitting him and to make sure he's doing the right thing, right? I've also heard links to Ross Lyon coming into the club.
As well. So you got two. Well, that's a little bit like us going up there to Sprayton, up there to the. We'll talk about that later on.
We will.
I'm going to go and mentor him.
Poor old David Teague. What do you think of that, Corey?
Not happy with that.
Not happy?
No.
Not happy.
Look, I don't think that the alarm bells have
Give
hit
him
at
a
Carlton.
chance.
Yeah, look, I don't know. Corey would know more than what we do. He's a one-eyed Carlton supporter, but at the moment they're getting right into Carlton, and probably on their last game, I'd say yes. But before that, I mean, they're still what are you now 2 and
2 and 3.
2 and 3.
11th on the ladder.
It's not as if
Corey?
you haven't. It's 0 and 3. So give them a
Not
go.
like
They've got
5
their.
and 0 or anything.
They've certainly got their best player to come back in.
Yeah.
And I'm not prepared to write them off
Yep.
until he is back. But he may be 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And I think when you know, McKay has been terrific for him. I can say that he's been a little bit hit and miss with the way the balls come in. Yeah, Liam Jones has always been great down back. Great North Hobart, ex-North Hobart. But anyway, so getting back to that, with Carlton, I think that don't write them off yet.
I think David Teague's been stooged. That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
but the thing is, they work
Stooged.
together. They worked together at when they were at West Coast.
Yep.
And then also, I think he had a little bit to do with him when he was over at Port.
Yeah, okay.
So David T was at Port.
Yep.
Worsfold had a bit to do with him over there, and I think it's okay to be a mentor to him, but as long as he's not, as they said in the
Taking the reins.
Well, as long as he's not pushing the Essendon
Yes.
game plan.
Yes.
At
We don't want to talk about that game plan, do we, Leah?
No.
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 Because
It's
they do
exclusive
bad
to Carlton.
things.
Well, they've got a lot of injuries.
Oh, I'm kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke. Holy hell. Jeez. Well, can't say anything these days, can you, without getting in trouble, Glennie? Mate, the second thing I want to talk about is crowd numbers. The MCG for the Anzac Day game. Collingwood v Essendon.
85.
The big game, 85,000, mate. Nearly full capacity.
Yeah.
Here in Tasmania, where we haven't had a case of COVID for, I don't know, 3,000 years,
Yeah.
10,000 max. Hawthorn v Adelaide in
Is that
Launceston,
right?
York Park.
Well, guess what?
Anzac Day
I won't be there because
Anzac Day parade?
you know why? Because we've been up there.
Yes.
And who would want to go up there on a Sunday at about 1 o'clock,
AFL, come on.
2 degrees?
Yeah.
Why, I mean, we only get a certain amount of games, North Melbourne, Hawthorn
Yeah,
down here.
yeah.
Why aren't they playing on a Saturday?
How many times do we talk about this on the Frothy about AFL deliberately sabotaging AFL football in Tasmania
I don't want to down here, mate.
by
at all.
putting games on a Sunday afternoon, whether it be in Launceston
Yep.
or Launceston, wherever you come from,
Lonnie,
or in Hobart. People are not going to travel from one end of the state to
Not
the
at
other
that time.
on a Sunday afternoon.
No,
Have
well,
to
you can't
drive
get
home at 10
accommodation
o'clock
up
at
there.
night.
Well, you can't get accommodation. We found that it was hard enough for us to get accommodation with the V8 supercars.
I'm angry.
You got Targa up there at the moment, so that's statewide. So you can't stay there if you want to, and you can't go up and down. It'd
Turn it up, AFL. What's going
Two
on?
degrees.
It's crap. It really is. The third thing I've got tonight, guys, is Latrell Mitchell. Did you see his hit? He's got 4 weeks.
Yeah, but it's rugby. What did he do as a back
Oh,
end?
he did that. He's got 4 weeks. I just think, how soft is the game
Did the
getting?
guy get up?
Hey? Yeah.
Well,
Nothing wrong with him. 4
That's what
weeks.
they say in Australian rules. If they get up and he didn't go off, another bloke, well, that's it.
If you're watching out there, let us know what you think. Latrell Mitchell, 4 weeks, is that worth,
Well, they've. I was just going to think.
one of the best players in
Paul
in
Gallen,
the
we're talking
business.
about the Paul Gallen
Well-
fight, and that. Well, going back 3-4 years ago, they were going hammer and tongs,
Yeah.
throwing haymakers.
Yep.
Well, they see them getting 4 weeks.
Speaking of hammer and tongs, we've got 2 big pork bellies on the smoker tonight. We're going to have
we
a dinner.
might go hammer and tongs.
Hello. That's it, Al. That's my out with it. 3 things tonight, all very concerning to me. So,
Do you want to bring up
That's it.
0 and 5?
hey,
Do you want to bring up 0 and 5 in Appleton?
What, you talking North Melbourne? We'll get to AFL soon.
We'll get to that.
Right? He's out with it.
That's out with it. Ah, out with it! Well, mate, some sad news has come out today of Targa. You know, I'm a big fan of the Targa. I haven't seen too much. I don't know about you guys, but there's been nothing on TV about it, or no news.
I know they were a little bit upset up north because, and it was just the way with the COVID, but it all happened at once, and they had V8 supercars that we were lucky enough to go
because they
to.
pushed it out a week.
Targa.
Yep.
And God knows what else was up there, but there was a lot going on up north.
Oh, they had an A-League game.
A-League?
A soccer A-League. Yeah.
Oh, well, two people would have gone to that. But, yeah, so...
Are you talking about that later?
Who?
The soccer. It's having like a super league.
Yeah. I've
there
got
was
that.
basketball. Wasn't there basketball up there too? There was basketball, Jeff.
There
as well.
was, Glenn.
That's a bit
was.
rude, Jeff. You can't write that.
No, I didn't mean that with the soccer.
No, just kidding.
I didn't
Just
mean
kidding.
that.
Well, yeah, no, thanks, Al. I did want to talk about that. Yeah, so Glennie, we've had a death today at Targa.
No, it's not good. And Josh was just reminding us before there was up at Derwent, or sort of Derwent Bridge. Derwent Bridge, just up there. And, pretty treacherous there. And the guy in an RX-7 from New South Wales. And unfortunately... he's no longer with us, and that unfortunately it's
motor racing, isn't it?
It's motor racing, and you know the great man, the great Peter Brock.
Yes,
that's
he went
how
on
he
Targa.
went.
Yeah.
So
I just want to say this, Glennie. I mean, we drove the roads last week that they were going to drive on, and
they're very a lot of bends and
one of the roads, guys,
leaves
we were on Helia's Gorge.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if you're
that was hell yeah.
And you're up on top of the mountains. There's no guardrails, and it's like a 200, 300 foot drop. It's just if you go off, you're gone.
You're gone.
So I just
Who was driving?
you were, and I was a bit worried about that.
And what was Rob saying in the back?
Holy hell! Slow down, please.
No, he's saying that you driving for Targa.
exactly. So what I hope doesn't happen is they pull the button and go, oh no, we've had a death and we've got to change
Look,
it's motor racing, it's dangerous,
it's sport.
Yeah, you remember back 2013 where that Mini went through the crowded domain?
Yeah.
And they were looking at it back then, so hopefully they don't change it.
I hope not, because it is sport, and we all know the risks when you're racing in a motor vehicle or whatever you're doing in your sport. I mean, cricket. You can
walk across the road.
Exactly.
Days and you can,
Exactly. And look, this guy's gone out probably doing the thing that he loves. So we feel for his family, feel for him,
do.
and but that is the sport that he loved, and I hope they don't change the rules to alter anything for it. But wet weather, Mount Arrowsmith, the first fatality since 2013. We've had 3 in Targa history.
Yeah, well, that's not bad.
It's not bad.
I mean, it's
on the roads that
it's
we
not
drive
good
on,
that it happened,
ice
but it's not bad.
wet.
In other words,
The weather's been pretty rubbish.
It has.
It's been very slippery, and we found that out.
Anyway, so there you go, mate. We'll move on from that, and we'll get on into a bit of fun. I just wanted to throw in there, Ali, bowling in the US Open. This is the Tenpin bowling. This is the tournament that Jason Belmonte definitely wants to win. All right,
Belafonte.
Belmonte.
Oh,
Belmonte. All right, and he didn't do too well this time. He's ended up 12th. He's averaged 222, which is very respectable over 56 games. Okay. But mate, we had a guy. His name is Anthony Newer, I think his name is, and he spared the 7-10 split. You know what that is?
Yeah, that's the two.
The big goalposts, right?
The goalposts.
He spared that. He got more notoriety and more attention than what the winner did of winning the whole tournament.
By flicking them, did he?
Yeah.
He flicked
one
to the
other. Lucky. You throw it hard.
You've done that, haven't you?
No, I've never spent 7-10.
But
anyway, just to say to everyone, Chris Via, I don't know how to pronounce his name. He's from Blacklick, Ohio. 228 average, won the tournament, the US Open, well done to him. Sam Cooley from Australia, right?
Did the Iceman, was he in it?
No.
No, he was only the doubles, was he?
Who's that?
You're talking about bowls?
Yeah, Tenpin bowls.
Yeah, the Iceman.
Who's the Iceman?
The left-hander.
Oh, who we
I
interviewed?
thought Iceman was in Top Gun.
He's in darts.
No, Iceman. Yeah,
George Flingas, who we interviewed.
No, the guy in America. Played in the doubles. We talked about it. Oh, geez, I suppose it's...
Fringos.
3
No.
weeks ago now. 3 weeks.
No.
I can't think of his
I
name.
don't.
We'll
I
get back
don't
to
know.
him.
But anyway,
We'll get back to it.
Sam Cooley from Australia. He finished 6th with on 225 average. So congratulations
another
to
guy
Sam.
there. Oh, that's
we
good.
do, mate. He's done well. He's a little bit behind Jason Belmonte, but Jason finished 12th on a 222 average. So well done, Jason. Well done, Sam, for the Australian bowlers out there in the
terrific.
US Open in the 10-pin bowling. Mate, let's get straight into it. I know you watched it. I know you listened to it. You're a big fan of this. I'm not. Paul Gallen, what's going on? He knocked the Big Daddy over in the first round.
Yeah, Big Brown, he went down, mate.
There's a lot of controversy over this
like
fight,
that?
mate.
Big Brown went down.
Big Brown. Big
But
Brown.
no, look,
Big
no.
Brown, the Big Daddy went down.
Look, to the lead up of this, I meant, so they don't like one another. You know, it's a lot of trash talk and crap that goes on prior to the boxing and that, which they all do.
Yep.
It was interesting at the end of the boxing that they embraced, and you know, I mean, they play it down a little bit, but Brown was the boxer out of the two,
Yes,
and he's the one with the credentials, and he was the Australian world heavyweight champion, Australian.
Yes.
And actual fact, there was a little bit of controversy, as everyone knows, about the
Gloves.
About the drugs.
Drugs and gloves.
No, well, it was the gloves at the end, towards the end.
Yes.
Just before they came out, he couldn't get a glove to fit his big mitt.
Yep.
And but there was controversy around it, and Gallen said make sure that he's drug tested.
Yep.
Which he was. So look, the thing that I picked up, and what the whole thing about the fight is, I don't know as if he took it dead set serious.
I don't think so.
Brown. He's from WA, I think.
Oh, well, he's in lockdown.
And no, he came over, but he came over with only a couple of weeks, and then he got some sparring partners, and he's obviously 42, I think now.
Yeah, that's young.
42 or something like that.
That's
And
young.
Gallen's getting up there too. He's getting a fair bit older now, but he was training Gallen for about 11 weeks straight.
Yeah.
The other guy, I reckon it was about 3 to 4.
Yeah.
And
Didn't take it seriously.
didn't take it serious, and he got his just desserts. So Gallen, give him his due. They're both brawlers, the way I look at it. And technically, you know, they're just big hitters.
Can I ask you a question?
But Gallen, I was just going to say, he looked really good.
He did?
Yeah, he did.
I was just going to say, there's a big fascination at the moment with celebrity boxing. And I feel really bad because the boxing is taking a back seat now to celebrity. And I'll just say this: there's a report claiming that Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah,
right,
don't say he's going to play that. Yeah, YouTube stuff.
He's going to come back and he's going to fight Logan Paul. Now, Al, you
it's
know
a joke.
Logan Paul, don't you?
Oh, yes. I know Logan.
he's
He's a personal friend of mine.
No, well, he's a YouTuber, but he's Paul Logan's brother, right? Who was a UFC fighter, yeah.
Yeah.
Am I right?
That's
am
right.
I right?
No,
or
you're
am I
right.
right?
You're
Am I
spot
right?
on. No, he's younger
this-
brother, isn't
He
it?
is. He's a wank.
But
He's a toss.
this Logan Paul, I mean, he's a YouTuber. He's not a fighter, and he's going to go out and fight Mayweather.
Yeah,
I mean,
but Mayweather, it's all about
You
money
know
for
what? I'm
him.
gonna watch that because I just love to see Logan get his
What?
ass kicked.
that's going
It
to
was
kill him.
it
It'll
was
kill
shout,
him.
it was shouted out. All the MFA or what do you call them? The
Yeah, I'm hearing
whatever it
you.
is.
I'm hearing you.
MMA, sorry. Cormier is one of the greatest in that sport, but that guy, the YouTuber, was calling him out.
Yeah.
So
There's
what?
Logan and Jake, they're two
Yeah,
brothers.
there's two brothers.
And they're
Jake's
both
a
into fighting.
Yeah, but they're
Yeah.
both into it. But whichever way, they both had a go at the the MMA fighters.
Yeah.
And and now fighting this guy, it's just a joke.
I'll tell you what, a joke.
Because
I always thought Logan was a lover, not a fighter.
But he's got to get credentials. They've got to have good fights against boxers because they're boxers.
Yeah.
They're not fighting UFC fighters.
Yeah.
So if they're going to do that, they want to be fighting boxers.
Yep.
And when they, as the UFC guy said, well, as soon as credentially you've knocked out or beaten someone that is a boxer of some ilk.
Put him in the ring with Guy and Sheik, mate. How'd that go?
Do you remember that time, Jeff? We went to the boxing thing at Brisbane,
Yeah.
and they who was the guy that they were talking about?
Oh, that was the No, I don't know.
But anyway, we waited all night because he was like the special guest. And then when he got on, he got slapped once, and then he ran off like a little pussy boy.
Well, that was wrestling.
out the door.
That was wrestling.
Yeah,
And that was
it.
Dennis Rodman.
That's him.
Dennis Rodman.
He didn't even stand up.
Nice
to do a
guy.
wrestle. He
Yeah.
ran out of there
Yeah.
with his tail between his legs.
Yes.
Frightened little mouse he was.
He did. Talking about UFC fighting and wrestling, mate. Your mate, Ronda Rousey. You know Ronda?
Yes, yeah. Right.
Help me.
Help me, Ronda.
Yeah, help me,
Yeah,
Ronda.
yeah.
She's 4 months pregnant, guys. I don't know if you know that or not, but
Yeah, she is. She's having a little rousey.
a little rousing. So there you go to Travis Brown. So congratulations, Ronda. I know you watch our show regularly, and I wouldn't take her on.
No. I mean, if you ever see the UFC World Heavyweight,
She's there, look.
well, she's not heavyweight. She's only lightweight, but
Yeah.
the best in women's UFC.
Oh,
If you ever see her,
I know.
you wouldn't want to go there.
Oh no. Oh no.
She is something else.
No, I know, mate.
Anyway, she decked her.
Let's talk a bit of motor racing.
Okay.
We were at Simmons Plains on the weekend. I
good was
don't
that?
know if we've got any footage. I don't know what's going on here, but mate, I just got to say personally, straight away, before we even start
Thanks,
talking about
Toddy Hazel.
Todd Hazelwood.
Very good, was he?
Man, guys, we were. Let's talk about the first time we saw Todd. Todd was running. He's running out the back of his garage, and I've yelled out, "Hey, Todd, how you going?" And he's looked at me as like he didn't know who the hell I was, right?
Most people do that.
They do.
Well, you had
They
the big
I did have the.
blowfly glasses
Oh,
on.
I did. Yeah, Butterfly, really.
No, but
anyway.
the gangster.
I had the gangsters on, and I said, "Todd, how you going?" And he looked at me like this,
Who are you, mate?
and I said, "It's Jeff from the Friday Frothy," and he went, "Oh!" He came over, shook my hands. "Jeff, how you going, mate? How's things?" And I said, "You look really busy. Are you all right?" And he said,
Got to go.
"Boys, I'm dying for it. Excuse my language. Piss."
Yeah. He had to go.
He had to go.
So,
Wee.
So what happened, mate?
Off he's gone. I said, "Todd, great to meet you." Off he goes. He gets halfway off to the toilet, and old mate beside me goes, Todd.
He comes back.
So Todd turns around and goes, "Yeah," and Glenn goes, "Nothing."
Just taking a piss, mate. Anyway, yes, that's what I do, mate.
But
That's
anyway,
what you do.
he came back. We had a garage tour thanks to Razor Ray.
Yeah.
Fantastic Razor. I know you're not watching at the moment, but
No.
you will be watching. Razor Ray organised a garage tour for us to go through BJR so we could go and have a look at Todd's car and have a chat with him.
I was just saying to Josh before, I've never, like I know you may have, but I've never had the pleasure or chance to ever go into the pit crew.
No,
And the car was unbelievable.
it was.
And
It was.
you know a little bit more about it.
Well, we had the team manager take us through, and then Todd came over and said, "Hey guys, how you doing?" And then the manager said, "Oh, do you know Todd?" And we said, "Oh, well, sort of, yeah." And he said, "Oh, well, you guys can take him through. Todd, you can take him through and do the tour." So we ended up having the team manager. We also had Todd Hazelwood doing the tour with us. So the team manager was telling us about the car, and Todd was telling us about what he does in the car for adjustments and all sorts of stuff. So Todd can't. There it is. There's his car,
There it
mate.
is,
The
the
Scandia.
Scandia. And they measure everything. The
Oh,
tyres,
oh.
they've got the calipers out, they got the balancing, the jacks, they get the car on the rollers and they spin them around like this, and it's incredible.
It is.
And then they got a young fella on the computer, looked about.
Yeah, we met his mechanic,
young fella,
or his
that,
engineer. Can't remember his
very
name.
smart guy, but
Pete, wasn't it?
Pete, that sounds
I
good.
don't know. That'll
For
do.
now.
No, Pete was the manager at the story. So thank you to Pete.
No,
thank you to
but,
Todd.
all the boys
Thank you
in
to
there. No,
Razor.
look, thanks Ray for that.
Unfortunately, we couldn't film anything, guys. I asked Todd if we could film, and he said, "No, you can't
It's all
film in the
high
garage."
tech, mate. And how high tech is it? The whole thing.
Oh,
And we got out on the track as well, didn't we?
yeah, yeah.
We went out on the track.
And guys, just to put it out there, I did ask that question. Why are you guys like half a second behind the Red Bull
Which was
team
interesting.
and the DJR
Yep.
team? And basically, it came down to, as Todd said, they're a full-time team who they're ready. They're already set up for the track. They know what they're going to set the track up as. Todd said there's 100 different adjustments that you can do on his car to try and make it get around the car quicker. And we're talking half a second as an experience.
It was just less adjustments.
It's
wasn't
not.
it?
It's got nothing to do with
No,
driving.
it's just less adjustments.
Yeah.
Red Bull
Yeah.
build the engines for all the Commodores.
Yeah.
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 So,
Yeah.
So they're all the same.
Yeah.
so when you go into the actual pit crew, if you want to call it, and you're starting from that end, now it's all your top drivers this end, down to Wing Cups and Van Gisbergen, and then we're working back up And as he said, the people with those cars, as I said, they're probably only tweaking one little thing. Where down the middle of the field, they're tweaking 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, only slightly, but that's where they're trying to get. So it was mind blowing, wasn't it?
It hasn't come down to drivers. It doesn't come down to cars. It doesn't come down to anything except for this tiny little bit of setup.
It comes down to how much pit crew knows the track.
Yeah.
And how well they know to adjust your
And-
vehicle to that.
That's right.
And Josh, I asked the question, when you get to the track, obviously you've raced here before, you must have all your diagnostics and everything of how you're going to set the car up. And they said, yes, we do, but obviously when you get out there, weather changes and you've got to do all these different things.
Your tyres,
and they're
everything,
starting
whatever.
from scratch again, basically. But yeah, so it was really interesting.
It was, and the results from the weekend was interesting too, because Van Gisbergen on the first day, on the Saturday, he dominated, didn't he?
Yes.
2 wins, and then on the Sunday we went back and win cup, and then the last one, Mozza, he won it,
And
Mozza.
Dick Pasquale was up there on the
He was up
as
there
well,
too, so it was really interesting. We actually enjoyed the trucks too. The trucks was good.
That was
The judge on it.
it was good.
And then what were the smaller cars?
Aussie
Aussie
races.
Aussie races.
Yeah,
that
Aussie
was
racing
that
cars.
was interesting.
They were good.
Hey, I got some breaking news.
What do you got?
breaking news.
Here we go. This
Oh,
is
we've
what
got
I'm worried
breaking
about.
news.
This is what I'm worried about. Breaking news.
breaking
I've
news.
even got a little icon on there.
Well,
breaking news.
Here we go. What have we got?
Supercars. Super Cheap.
Yeah.
Have put together a supercar.
Yes.
Russell Ingall
And Brock Feeney.
are coming to Bathurst.
Yes.
They're going to Bathurst.
The great
Old
Russell
Umbrell is organised it.
It's funny you should say that. I've actually got that here
Sorry,
somewhere.
I
Well,
jumped
we've got
in.
it. We've jumped straight
No,
off.
no, that's
You
cool.
can go along with it.
If you want to hear more, go to their channel. They've got a channel, Russell Ingall and Paul Dumbrell, called Enforcer and the Dude.
Yes.
Yep.
And they made that announcement. I saw it up on the YouTube last night.
How good's that?
Well, Ali, let me tell you that 5 years after his last race at Bathurst, Russell Ingall, who raced on the weekend in a truck. I don't know if you guys know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they flew him down. Yeah, he was in one of the trucks.
Was he in the truck?
Yeah,
I saw him.
Yeah, he was down the back in the thing. Eh? Went and said hello, had a cup of tea with him. And it's been 5 years since he's driven at Bathurst, and he's going to make a return with Brock Feeney. Now, Brock Feeney, guys, 18-year-old, who races Super 2s, won the
Super
competition
2s.
last year, I believe. He is the number one contender to take Jamie Wincup's spot as Jamie Wincup retires at the end of this year. Brock Feeney's probably going to take that spot.
Tell you what,
I reckon.
Russell Ingall's looking pretty trim.
He
looks
really
pretty good.
is.
Yeah,
He really is.
I'm telling you, Russell
he's
Ingall will
trimming
be
up.
better than what Marcus Amber is doing.
Yeah, well, he did mention. He said something. There was a little thing that he did mention too. He said I might even have a Frothy.
Who said that?
Ooh.
Russell Ingall. Did he? Yeah, because he said I guarantee you the other drivers won't. But
Of course. And that's the edge. That is the edge. It's the edge
I
you need.
don't know why I
Frothy.
threw that in, but
Yeah,
I just
it's
thought.
a secret. He just let loose the
So
secret.
look out for that. Brock Feeney
He'll win.
and Russell Ingall.
Wouldn't it be good to
It's,
see
it's,
him
the,
out
it's the biggest,
I don't
the
know.
oldest
Good on
and
him.
youngest
Good on
partnership
him.
ever in Bathurst.
Did Ingall and Brock race together back in the day?
Yeah, oh geez, I'd have to look
He,
it up.
he,
mate.
he would have come back. He would have been more towards Mickey Webb's. What's his name?
Yes.
I'm trying to think.
Who? What? Quick.
Yeah, Mickey Webb's mate. What are we talking about?
Jim Richards.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was more in that ilk, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
actually.
he was
Russell
more
Ingall.
around.
He was, yeah.
Richards.
A bit younger than that, but
Yeah.
but yeah, mate, he's,
So he'd be a young fella around about 57, wouldn't
he's
he?
still got the goods. Mate, let's have a talk about this bloke while we're
He
here.
ain't be young.
You remember him?
Alex,
Huh?
Ronnie?
Big Alex.
Oh, Alex.
He's-
How's
he-
he going?
Well, I don't know. Alex has been a bit quiet actually on his Facebook page. All I got out of him was maybe. Well, I can tell you now. He's currently sitting in 6th position in the Indy Lights after one race. All right, but I think there's only 13 drivers in this competition. I'm still learning and I'm still trying to find out about it.
Right.
He's on 32 points in 6th position currently. On his Facebook page, he said, "Tough day out there today. Starting P7 for race 1, P8 for race 2. We seem to be losing a fair bit down the straights. We can't fix for now."
Oh, it might be the same deal.
He did get up to He did get up to position 4 before.
You saw
lost
some, did you?
power.
Okay.
Carlos Power and for a split second and it took off again.
Okay, so he's doing
He was
okay.
up there.
Doing okay. Alex, once again, I know you watch the show. Get in contact with us, mate, and let us know.
Yeah, no, he's a great kid. I've always said that. And, you know, the Piro and that just down the road here.
Yeah.
Couple
Yep.
of drop kicks down the road. There you go, mate. And
He's looking good in his Blunstons.
He is. There he is. There, look at him. Bang.
oh, there is.
There you
Yeah.
go, Alexo.
He still looks like he's about 40 kilos and get blown away in a hurricane. But,
I don't know when the next
righto.
race is, guys, but we'll let you know when it happens and keep you updated with what's happening with Alex. Do a bit of a skip from motor racing at the moment, mate, but I've got something tragic to tell you. Actually, before we do this, let's just have a little bit of a break and thank our sponsor, Corey's Garden and Landscaping. He's getting on board with us in
man's
our
in the
variety.
house. Variety bash.
Oh,
Well done.
it's going to be big. It's going to be
We're
big.
gonna have a little bit of a break with an ad.
We are. So thank you, Corey.
yeah, thanks, Corey. And
Oh, look at him. He's about to have a tear in his eye. What's wrong with him?
and
Here comes the ad.
Josh out there. Josh is in the house.
Cody's garden and landscaping. For your home and landscaping needs.
You're back.
Oh, gee. Oh, sorry about that. We're having a bit of a jig.
He was still working. I seen him with the shovel. He was still.
Look at it.
Corey,
Oh, look at you.
You're working.
You idiot.
Christ.
You idiot. Look
Oh,
at
blimey.
us.
What about the cockatoo? What do you think?
Well, he said,
He still says that, doesn't
that's
he?
a cock or two. So thank you, Corey, for everything you do for us, mate. And I know
we do
it's going to
appreciate
get
it.
bigger,
Big
I can
things
tell you.
coming soon.
Big things coming soon. So watch this space. Mate, watch this space. I'm a little bit angry about this, and I'm glad I don't live in Japan, because we know we've got the Olympics coming up in Japan, right? We still haven't picked a sport that we're going to participate in.
You can't do curling because that's the year after.
Oh, I don't think I'm going. I think I'm
You're not
pulling.
going?
I'm pulling out of the Olympics. Listen to this.
I've got 3-legged race.
Japan is struggling to deal with the fresh outbreaks of coronavirus as the country takes drastic action that puts doubt over the upcoming Olympics, right? So they got bad. They got both strains of coronavirus. The measures will reportedly ask businesses serving alcohol to shut throughout the period of April 25th to May 11th.
There's your problem right there.
Bang.
That's it.
Bang.
That's it. What do they do? That's it. Just shut it down. No alcohol, mate. Don't worry about going. That's it.
I'm not going. I'm not going. If I can't get a beer while I'm at the Olympics
I was looking forward
competing,
I was looking forward to a bit of sake and then doing me race.
Sake.
Wouldn't you still be able to get one out of a vending machine?
no. It's shut, and they're going to shut down all commercial facilities like shopping malls and department stores. But you can't get a beer. You can't get a drink in Japan.
No, I say.
No frothy, no fun.
It's gone. It's gone, Josh. It's gone. I'm not going to the Olympics anymore. The training has stopped. Let me tell you, I've been getting up at 3 a.m. every bloody morning to train for this Olympics, and I'm not going.
No.
All right?
I hope the boys at Latrobe are listening to
no.
this. Okay.
That's right. Okay, there you go. Mate, the Gabba. Have you seen what's going to happen to the Gabba? We're still in the Olympics. The Commonwealth Games. Is
Well,
it
they want-
Commonwealth Games or
they-
the Olympics. The Olympics 2032. They want to host
Jeez,
it at the
2032. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
we'll be dead.
Hang on. Yeah, it won't be long.
Oh,
Good
gee,
luck with that.
That's
Yeah.
positive, isn't it?
Oh,
Oh no! Okay, we won't be. We'll just be
what-
old men and then
What?
nursing home.
Lawyer's still alive. She'll be alive. She's younger than I.
32. How long plays that? Anyone?
32.
Yeah. What are we in?
It's only
21.
another 11 years. You're going to be dead in 11 years, are you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh no, I might be still having me ponies up at the shop.
I reckon I'll have grey hair by then. Hello! What's going on there? Jeez. Anyway, have you seen the pictures? They're going to demolish the Gabba and they're going to build this mega structure.
No way.
Al's got it up on the thing over there. Look
I
at it.
thought that was the Gabba.
And they're going to
That's
change
the new
it.
one.
It's going to cost, hello, what are we
Billions?
doing? $1 billion.
Oh, $1 billion.
Right?
$1 billion.
Didn't someone win? They won that the other night.
Oh,
Sorry,
no.
keep going.
Yeah.
So, keep going.
And it's going to change the capacity from 42,000 to 50,000.
Is that it?
To 50?
Oh, whoa.
Is that it?
$1 billion.
So they're going to lose the MCG turf.
What?
Oh, yes, because the MCG
Well,
went up there.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
well, there you
I
go.
don't
That's a very good point, that. Yeah.
But there you go.
So,
Nuts.
most of the... so what are they doing there with that? So it's just when you mean demolish it, you mean
Well, all I can
the
say is...
outside part or
Yes.
the?
I'll
does the whole thing go?
I'll read it for you. The Gabba
Okay.
is set for a $1 billion makeover if Brisbane successfully wins hosting rights for the 2032
Well, they
Olympics. Jeff and Glenn from the Friday Frothy will be... Oh, sorry, that's not
No,
it.
that's
Which is
We've got
home
nothing
to
to
the
do with it.
domestic and international cricket and AFL games, will be essentially demolished and upgraded to increase capacity from 42,000 to 50,000 spectators.
What are they going to do
Well,
with
we
the
got-
businesses
is
around
that-
it?
Well, what do they get
There's
now?
houses, there's shops, there's
That's
a
Well,
whole
it,
bunch of
it,
units.
I think what they're talking about is all the transport coming into it. Is it? Has that got a lot to do with it? You know, getting
No.
into the
Well,
in
no,
and out
there's-
of
It's
it.
not
there's
even
the main
near
road
the
If
through
you
bus.
had
there.
more row of seats at the top level, you'd get your 6,000 people.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. Or just,
So there'll be no Vulture Street in.
oh, whatever.
Just like saying that.
It's either Brisbane Street
his
from the
name?
other
McDermott.
side.
I don't know.
There's Vulture,
Stanley.
Brisbane,
Stanley Street.
McDermott
and Vulture
from the
Street.
Vulture Street.
The Vulture Street in
They'll have to have it
McDermott.
going over Stanley Street. 'Cause
So-
that's the only way you could go.
8,000, that's
We'll keep you posted here, Leah. With all the, I've got someone working on the inside who's
I
going to
don't
get
know
us
why we're
pictures
not
of
having it
what's
at the
going on.
Domain here in Hobart.
Oh well, that would be fun. Have the Olympics in Hobart.
I mean, we can't get a Royal Hospital. We can't get a Royal Hobart Hospital, but we can't even get a football side. But we might get the Olympics. We might take it away from them.
Could you imagine that?
They might stick it at the Domain.
True words, mate.
It'll be two.
You heard it here first.
Well, we've got ways.
We're
of it.
bidding for the
At
Olympics
least
in
there's two
Hobart.
ways out of it.
The entertainment centre
Yeah,
is like a
two
elite-
ways out, three
it's
ways.
elite
Sorry.
gymnastics stadium. isn't
No,
it?
they're pulling that apart too.
up.
They're doing that up
the deck's being done
for the
up
jack
now.
jumpers.
Hey? Yeah.
Well, the jack jumpers are in, aren't they?
The deck's being
Plenty of
done
jack
up.
jumpers.
Well, they're doing the deck up, which is a Derwent Entertainment Centre deck.
It's a
If
big
you didn't-
deck?
If you didn't know,
That's a big deck.
it's
Yeah,
bigger,
it's going to be a
it's
big deck.
bigger deck
They're
than
gonna,
you
they're
ever
gonna
seen.
fix the deck. They're gonna fix the deck.
Big deck.
Make a bigger deck.
Well, while we're on the Gabba and cricket, Queensland destroyed New South Wales, mate, to claim Sheffield Shield victory. Did you see any of this?
None. No, I didn't. But
Well, once again, I'm going to have to
actually,
read it.
cricket
'cause
was on.
The Bulls ripped through New South Wales Taylor on Sunday to have the Shield wrapped up at 11:20 a.m. So, to those who bought tickets and paid good money to go and watch it, boom, boom, you lost out.
Well, there you go.
Um,
No, well done, Bulls.
the Bulls winning Queensland. It
Bulls.
was a nice ninth Shield crown for.
Where did we end up?
What's that? Is there a picture for that? Or
No.
Where did Tassie end up?
No,
Yeah,
I
what was the bottom?
don't. No, I think we did okay.
Midfield?
But I think we were about fourth.
Got a
or
few
something,
injuries, didn't we?
Tassie, I don't know.
Yeah,
Don't know.
that's all right. No, it's good. Well done, Bulls.
Winning, they won by. They won by innings and 33 runs. Laxy daisy, isn't it? Eh? Aren't you glad you came tonight?
The cockatoo's loving it.
Now, just while we're on cricket, I
Cricket.
was going to I was going to get old Filthy Phil in tonight and do a cricket report because, as you know, the contracts have been handed out this evening for cricket.
We still at Mowbray races.
He is. He loves them.
He loves. He's up the trots.
Oh, yeah, I had the trots. We probably will after this
We
ball
might have had the
tonight.
trots
Anyway,
up there. There you go, Phil.
mate, listen to this.
Big fella.
Travis Head, Enriques. I love saying that. name.
Enriques.
Enriques.
Yeah.
Stoinis, Matty Wade, and Will Pavoski.
No deal.
No deal.
No deal.
No contract.
Just
But Timmy
contract.
Payne did.
Did he?
Timmy Payne.
He got it.
He's
Well done.
retained his contract for
This
another
is the
year.
this is the
Australian.
Australian side. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Oh, well done.
Will Pavoski.
Pekoski.
Thanks, Glennie. He's been ruled out. Basically, they still think his shoulders buggered, and,
Well,
and they don't think he'll get a run. So,
He took a dive like not like Big Daddy Brown did.
what do you want me to read here?
No, he didn't take a dive. Sorry.
Oh, you want me to read that?
Lucas, he didn't.
So this is the current
There you
2021-2022
go, mate.
contract list. Now, just to let you know, the guys, if you don't know this, it used to be a 20 squad list, and they've knocked it back to 17
Right.
because they couldn't fit you and I in. So, Ashton Agar, Alex Carey, Pat Cummins, Aaron Finch, Cameron Green, Josh
Finch.
Hazelwood, should be Todd Hazelwood, Marnus Labuschagne.
He's in form. I know that.
I know.
He's in big form.
Yes. Nathan Lyon, Glenn Maxwell, Tim Payne, James Pattinson, or Jamie, Jai Richardson, Kane Richardson, Steve Smith, Mitchell Stark, David Warner, and Adam Zampa. But no room there for Travis Head,
Okay.
which is a bit surprising because he was the second highest run scorer for Australia last year. And yeah, set a couple of records and did some good things. So there you go. But he's gone.
Well,
Dum-dum.
interesting, I suppose. You know, they have to go in with what they got, and then we'll see which young fellas are going to put their hand.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right.
Mate, just let's just quickly talk about soccer, which we don't normally do on the show.
Oh, we love soccer.
Big news.
Big news! All week it's been Super League, Super League, Super League. I don't know. Do you guys remember the rugby league when Super League tried to take over and
They stuffed it.
they did. They ruined it.
Yeah.
They absolutely ruined it. So,
They did.
so
We talk about soccer like
English Premier League.
oh,
right?
the English, yes. Like
Yeah,
that,
so the
taking
English
over
Premier League.
Super.
So they were taking only a certain. Does anyone know?
was it
12
American?
teams, 8
Was it
teams?
American?
I don't know who's backed it. Who's doing
I
it?
think
not
there was a
an
couple of
EU
big heavy
thing.
hitters over
But
there.
they pulled them out. And how good is this? Because the supporters went, "This is crap. I'm calling crap. We're not going to
calling
renew.
crap.
We're not going to renew our sponsor, our tickets,
they
our
got rid of it.
membership." And they said they pulled out. So the team pulled out. Another
16.
team pulled out. They all pulled out. It's done. It's finished. It's
Oh,
not going to
it's
go
done.
ahead.
It's not going to really.
No. No.
Wow.
She's done. So
And-
people power.
And while we're talking about
People power,
soccer,
I like it.
you'll like this.
Oh, here we go. Oh, this is scary.
Actually, I don't know if I got this right.
Oh, here we go. Journalism at its best. He's just looked at the AFL draw.
There's nothing there to look at. But I'm just winging this. But the women,
Why am I
they're in
why
the
am I
Olympics.
scared?
You mentioned the Olympics.
Yes.
So Australia, the draw came out, and we've got a really bad draw
In what?
in soccer. So we're playing the USA.
In the Olympics?
Yeah.
Oh, won't go ahead, mate. COVID.
No, but I just thought
There's no alcohol.
I know.
Hey. Corey just said it won't go ahead. There's no
No,
alcohol.
it won't. But young Kerr that played.
Yes,
she's
Sam.
she's a star in English soccer.
Yes.
And so anyway, in that category, you got them, you got Brazil, you got I don't know who else is it. Name a few others. Germany, is it? I just make it up as I go.
Netherlands.
Kazakhstan.
New Zealand are in it.
Beijing.
New Zealand,
France.
our cousins over the
Bali.
just over down the road.
Bali.
Cousins just down the road there.
Bali.
Bermuda.
No,
Yeah.
New Zealand.
Sam Kerr was involved in the Super
Fiji.
League thing. She if that had
Yeah,
gone ahead,
she's a star.
she would
She
have been.
plays for Chelsea.
Yeah, but she
Did
would
you
have
know
been. Yeah, Chelsea. She
well,
lives up the road. She's a lovely old lady.
I just thought I'd tell you. That's how good am I going with soccer lately?
We're talking about it, and that's what counts. If
No,
you'd like to see more soccer on the show, please write in and let us know.
We
the
need
Friday
someone
Frothy
knows
at
what they're talking
gmail.com.
about.
Sam Kerr was embroiled. I say embroiled in the Super League for the women.
Yes.
And if she had gone and played with them, she wouldn't have been
bucks.
able to pay for Australia.
Well, just as well that wasn't on.
How's that for a bit of frothy news right there, huh?
Kept that brain cell, didn't you?
That's the biggest. You realise that's the biggest soccer report we've done.
It
since
is.
we've been on.
It is huge. It is huge. We
I
should
actually
do.
should have nailed talking about it.
Are you all right?
I don't know. Sorry.
You better call someone.
Okay.
Ambulance. All right.
Did you?
We're done. We're done with soccer.
Okay.
Let's put me a picture up of Little Cruz, if you don't mind. You know, you've heard of Leighton Hewitt, yeah?
Oh.
Oh, Little Cruz.
Oh, his son.
His name's Cruz, isn't it?
I thought you was talking about Beck on Dancing with the Stars. Or
How's she going?
oh, I've got no idea. Didn't watch it.
Oh,
Little
that
girl's
surprises
Little
me.
girl's gonna be better than Daddy.
I tell you what, his name is Cruz Hewitt. He's the only son of Aussie legend Leighton Hewitt.
Yes.
He's won his first major national tournament on Sunday, taking out the National Clay Court Championships in Canberra.
How old's the young lad?
Oh, well, have a look at him. There he is, there, little young fella.
13 or 14 or something, isn't he?
Yeah, how good's that?
He's
I can
he's
tell you,
he's nearly
the
taller than
12-year-old
me.
was crowned the Australian Clay Court Champion 2020 after winning the 12 and under title. So he's 12.
Gonna be a
Go
star.
Cruz!
So
He looks like his father. There. He looks like his father.
sorry, I can't get my tongue.
He does.
So little Cruz Hewitt. So keep an eye out on him. He's going to be a gem.
Is his hand going?
Come on!
That's it. I can see him doing it. That's
His hat's forward though. It's not.
No, it's not back to front.
And late.
He's going to come up with his own signature.
Oh, I know. Well, I don't know.
He'll come up with his own.
But when Leighton's in top gear, he's got his hat backwards, hasn't he?
He did. He had it back to
I
front.
still reckon we can get Leighton on the show.
Yeah, well, I'll stop. We'll stop. How good are they? How good are the Ewers? They are brilliant people. Well, God, that young fella, he is sensational. What a young champion. I've never met anything like it. 13-year-old star, he'll be the best in the world. Because Leighton he'll be coaching him.
Anything like his dad.
Definitely will have to get him on the
Would you
show.
have his father as a manager though?
No. No, you can't do family stuff like that. Just
And how are you, Beck, actually?
okay, Beck. Thanks for watching.
Well done, you were in the Dancing with the Stars too.
Just while we're talking about getting someone on the show, because we will start doing interviews again soon.
good,
I'm just
We're
enjoying.
scared.
I'm enjoying the banter.
Hey, did you-
Well, because
We went round the block 20 times in Latrobe. I was looking for the woodchopper.
we're getting to
I
that.
couldn't find him.
We're getting to that.
I didn't see him.
Oh, David
No access
Foster,
come
yes.
flying through at the car.
I said to Todd on Saturday, I said, Todd, this is Todd Hazelwood. I said to him, mate, I just want to thank you again for coming on the show. It was fantastic to have you on, V8 supercar driver, current and everything. And he said, Jeff, no worries. More than happy to come on whenever you want me to come on. And I've just gone, oh, really? I'll book that in.
Old Jokes aside, he's a great young fella.
Oh, how good was he?
His time, I mean, you'd think he'd be concentrating on what he had to do.
Yeah.
He took over from his manager and showed us the car,
Yeah.
and I thought,
Can't thank you
well
enough.
done, mate. So fantastic. I know we act around
No.
on the show a little bit,
And he
but,
did say-
well done, mate. I think it's sensational.
He did say, I'll come on to your show anytime.
Sorry, I asked you about the toilet too.
You guys
When we
are
go
just
to the break.
really great to talk to.
About that.
So, I think he was looking at me when he said, you
Is
guys
that
are
when
great
you
to
went
talk
the
to.
toilet too?
What?
Oh, that
What?
would be weird.
What?
He'd never come near us again if we had done that.
Okay. I got one more thing to talk about, and that's Indy. And I know it's motor racing overload tonight, guys, but Scott McLaughlin had his first race on last weekend, and he was pretty impressive, mate. He had to dodge a major crash on the first lap. Did you watch it, guys? You see anything? No, neither did I, because I was at the races. 20 seconds into the race, there was a big crash, and he had to dodge to get through it. McLaughlin came through, and he ended up from 9th spot. He started the grid on 12th, so he'd gone 12th to 9th. He slipped back to 14th place by the end of the race and picked up 16 champion points for Team Penske. Now, all good and fun, because this is where Scott McLaughlin is, and this is what he's doing, and everyone wants to hear about it. And congratulations, Scott.
Love Scotty.
But Will Power, the Australian, came second. Didn't hear a thing.
Didn't hear
a thing about it.
Well, see, we've got to be diplomatic, and well done. So.
That's pretty annoying.
Yeah, I know. Well, he should. You know, I mean, that's right. It doesn't matter who the top team is and whatnot. I mean, it's.
Well, it's all Scott McLaughlin. We've got another Australian who's racing in Indy. He's run second.
Typical though.
And
Lots
now
of-
Well,
don't hear anything about
it's
it.
like Mozzie. I mean, he hasn't won a lot up there. He hasn't won for a long time. Sorry, didn't he hasn't won for a long time, and you see the elation on him when he won up at the Simmons Plains.
Did you happen to mention we met Dr. Carl?
We did
Oh,
meet
we
Dr.
did.
Carl.
We Carl
Explain who
Jakubowski.
Dr. Carl
We
is.
met him in the.
Dr.
We
Carl was, you know Dr. Carl?
Dr. Carl is the medical car that drives around.
People just may not know who he is.
Well, possibly not, but Dr. Carl, he's not on Sons and Daughters or Days of Our Lives. He's actually a real doctor.
He was first on track when Mozzie had
Chaz
his
Mossett
accident.
had his accident in Bathurst and broke his
Is he on
femur.
home away?
No, he's
No,
not
he's
moving
not
away.
home.
They wouldn't have known.
Always on track.
I would have known if he was on.
Always.
Glennie-
Well, not so much anymore.
Glennie, just quickly before we get to Cleve's tips, because we've got some pork belly to eat. Couple of games to look out for in the AFL this
The
weekend,
AFL,
guys.
oh yeah.
Melbourne plays Richmond. I reckon.
I don't know. What do you reckon? Melbourne, Richmond? You guys?
Not us.
Just saying that.
No.
This is on the Melbourne train.
Melbourne.
Sorry, what's that?
Yeah, well,
Just a bit of AFL here.
Ange reckons Melbourne.
The big-
Geez, I reckon, you know, they got a few. I think they brought one of their big forwards back, Melbourne. Wiedemann. I'm not sure. I haven't seen the sides.
Yeah.
But it was either him or Benny Brown. And I know they can't play all that tall timber up there.
Benny Brown played last week in the
Look,
VFL and did very well.
If Melbourne are the real deal,
Yeah.
I'm not sold 100%, but it's only beat Hawthorn in the last quarter. But the only thing is that they keep winning, mate.
Yes.
So what do you reckon? I think Richmond, but
I think Richmond, sorry.
But I
Ange.
think just.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I don't think they'll win by
the
much.
big game on Saturday night, mate, MCG Collingwood versus Essendon. Sorry, that's what I said, Sunday. Did I
There's
say
a
that?
few injuries in both sides.
Did I? Why isn't it Saturday night? That's the big stage.
Because the 25th is Anzac Day.
Oh.
Big
Anzac
game,
Day.
big
I
game Sunday.
completely understand now, my
Tip
apologies.
and Woody's going to get 3 goals.
Tip and Woody.
Yeah, well, I actually might go for the... You might go for the Bombers.
Yep.
Thank you.
Port Adelaide and St Kilda on Sunday.
Port
Really?
Adelaide. No,
Saints.
I'm on the
Saints.
Saints.
no, I'm going to go for Port Adelaide.
I'm
I'll
on the
rate
Saints.
Port. They'll take it up to
We'll take
Richmond in the final.
Yeah,
They are the real deal.
Anyway,
Port.
they're the 3 games that I've picked out this week that I think are significant in the AFL. And these are the 3 games I've picked out in the NRL, mate, that I think are significant. The Eels versus the Broncos. There's a guy in the crowd here right now who's going to go for the Broncos, and I'm a bit startled about that. But anyway,
I think the Eels.
so that's on
What
tonight.
do you reckon Rob would think? Who's the Bulldogs playing?
We'll have a
Canterbury.
look. They're playing new. They're playing the Sharks.
Well,
All
sorry,
right,
Rob.
5:30 Saturday
Sharks will
afternoon.
win that, mate.
I don't know
Where's
about
that?
Anyway. That is
Doesn't
at
matter.
Jubilee Stadium, mate.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. And on Sunday night, there's the old Storm versus the Warriors. So the out of towners basically for
Well, I
the
think
rugby
the
league.
Storm will win.
100%.
Yeah, I actually think the Storm will come back. They've been a
Is
bit
that
rough.
all the games?
That's all the games.
Well, I heard there's one on at
Yeah, we'll just
Latrobe.
let's have a talk about Glennie about Latrobe. What's the stubby cooler, mate? Let's have a bit of a talk
sorry,
about that.
Look, there it is, the Latrobe Football Demons.
Yep.
We
Just outside of Devonport.
just
up on-
outside of Devonport. Some great people come from that part of the woods.
Who?
Well, the great Darryl Bulldog
The
comes
best,
from there.
one of the best players ever, right?
Ever to put a jumper on and a pair of boots on the dock. And we actually stopped in there, didn't we? We did a little run round the ground.
Well,
And we
saw the museum.
we took a picture off that. We actually I took
Oh,
a
I don't
picture
know.
myself.
Let's. What do you
with,
got? What do you got, Al?
Darryl?
What have you got? This could be
He
embarrassing.
kicked me in the he kicked me in the head because I actually smothered the ball. I actually
These guys went off looking for the statue, and I ended up
Of
finding
Liberty.
a Statue of Liberty of Baldock.
Yes.
And saw the guy loading up some Coca-Cola into the clubhouse and said, "Hey, you don't happen to have stubby coolers behind the bar?"
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
he was the club. That's
And he
right.
brought him back out,
President.
club president.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, when the boys finally get back from looking at the statue,
Yeah.
just let them know that we're open here. They can come and have a
In we
look at
went,
the
mate.
museum."
We rolled
That's what we did.
into the rooms.
Yeah.
How
And
good was
then-
that?
But before they got there, we were sitting there and waiting for ages because they managed to give themselves a little bit of a game on the side.
Oh,
Here we go.
well, I don't want to say it's a game,
Here we
but
go.
Come on!
Go on.
In the night! Straight in on! Hey, make a ring up! Come on! Let's go! Come on, fellas! Let's go! Come on! Let's go! Come on! Let's go!
And did you notice that Jeff didn't even make it onto the field?
you know why? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you a little. I'll tell you a bit of a secret. No,
Pulled a hamstring, didn't you?
I didn't play it. Oh, Glenn.
Well, I had a twinge going over that big mound as we were going onto the ground over the
came
bicycle
out,
track.
I don't know if you know it or not, but there was a cricket club upstairs and it was full of people and everyone was watching us, and I just thought, oh, I'm bailing.
There was not.
There was. There was people up in the stand, not in the stand, but up in the.
millions
and
up there.
I bailed. I probably shouldn't have.
No, I was ready to. No, I wasn't ready to go much further than that.
grass.
No, I had my good shoes on.
You
Didn't
were
want to
on
get
a
them wet.
bicycle track.
You decided you were gonna. What do they call them?
I didn't want to get my shoes
sub.
wet.
You were a sub before the game
Well,
even started.
let me just fill this. Let me fill you in because I mean this is a bit of personal stuff, but both Rob, the fettuccine, right,
Yeah.
and Glenn got phone calls the next day, and they've been recruited to
Been
bloody
recruited
Rosebery.
to go.
I can't get a game at Latrobe.
Rosebery Hawks. I was a little bit concerned when I had a look at the Rosebery. I'm sure we was at the high school.
Well, I think you were.
I think we're at the high school because I only seen bitumen, and I was thinking, where could I stand?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
I'd have to stand on a little bit of grass, and there was none.
Can you remind
There's no
me?
grass.
Can you remind me next show that we actually
They're
show?
tough up there, aren't
Let's
they? They're
show
tough.
the football field at Queenstown because I don't think we've ever done that before.
Christ, it's tough as nails.
So remind me to do that, guys. We're gonna. We should go over there.
why
We
not?
should go over there and actually film a game.
We should do that.
Oh, how good
They
would
play
that
on. They play on gravel. and they're tough up there.
Well, there you go. Thank you, Al, for that.
We actually
Thank you, Latrobe.
Yeah, no, look. Actually, all jokes aside, can you remember the gentleman up there, the president?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was his name?
Yeah.
Thanks very much
Nice
for putting up with our shenanigans and letting us
How good
go
is-
into the rooms.
Glenny,
I
I'm
like
going
the
to interrupt you. If you're in Latrobe, Devonport, around
it's
that
a
area,
beautiful area.
you're into
How good is
AFL
that?
and you're travelling around, go and have a look because they've got an amazing museum, haven't they?
All jokes
it's
aside,
really,
they've
really
got a great museum,
History room.
history room,
Yeah.
all the
It's not
football
quite a
memorabilia. So
Yep.
you're into that like I am.
Snort. I heard a snort. Did you hear that?
A couple of pigs up there.
We did. I can't remember going to Porky's. But no, just to see the. I was absolutely just to see Daryl Baldock.
You were in
statue.
tears.
Oh,
You were in
I
tears.
I was when he kicked me in the head because I
Oh,
jumped
the
across the
picture.
bonds. Yeah,
We'll bring them to you
put that
next
up there.
show, guys. We've got pictures of,
You need me.
of what we did, and
Yeah.
we've got
But-
more stuff from the VH Supercars.
Great footballers come from up the northwest.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah.
they can't travel. They're bloody.
They do. We'll get a picture of it. We should go and film a game in
Well,
Queenstown.
that's up the west coast.
Yeah.
The
We'll
west
go
coast
over there
is tough.
one night and we'll
Just
film
one
a game.
night.
Yeah, one night. 'Cause
We were.
Just a little drive.
we won't get our money back from where are we? Tarraleah.
We
Don't
were,
stay at
didn't we?
Tarraleah.
We went into Rosebery pub. I don't know why we went to the pub. I do because it was the only thing open.
Well, kind of hungry.
But we went to the pub and they were telling us about to go down the shaft.
72 levels down.
72 levels down a shaft at Rosebery.
Under the pub. Did you guys know that?
No.
72 levels.
Jeez, you wouldn't want to be claustrophobic, would you?
No.
Anyway,
All right, so have you got any more sport to talk about?
oh,
Was that
just
the top? Was that the top pub of Rosebery or the bottom one?
Top pub?
top.
Big
We're in the
double-
top
red
pub.
brick
Yeah.
wall.
Yeah.
Two.
That's a good,
Yeah.
bloody
It was
good pub.
fantastic.
Down the bottom.
Just remember, you go down, you got to climb back.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Thanks
that's
to the
right.
young lady that
Right.
was serving behind the bar. She was very good and very knowledgeable.
Gave us free
Gave
wine.
us a free wine because we
Only
buggered
because
that
you
up.
buggered the order up.
Oh yeah, no, because I.
Well,
But no, look, I was just.
oh,
gonna,
here we go. A bit of
I was
AFL.
just
Come
going to
on.
quickly say with the footy. So where we're at now. So this is just. I don't know, is it my opinion or our opinion?
All right.
I don't know. Well, Richmond, Port, West Coast, Bulldogs, Brisbane, Melbourne.
Dragging you in.
What do you reckon?
Oh, sorry, mate.
In no order, they seem to be above the other clubs
Yeah,
at
look,
the moment.
look,
At
look,
the moment,
I want a
Only
bit.
at
Of,
the
I want a
moment.
bit of consent in the room.
And I
here.
left Geelong out of that. How good's that?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
sorry.
They nearly got beaten by North. I'm full on Brisbane this year, thinking that they'll win the flag. All right, but
Who, Brisbane?
yeah, well, that's what I thought. Where are the Bulldogs?
I said Richmond, didn't I?
Where are the Bulldogs?
Where are they?
They're right there. The Bulldogs are
Well, let's have a look at the ladder. Let me click on
Where
here.
are the Bulldogs?
second or third, aren't
They're
they?
first.
Hey!
They're
Well, the Dogs are
They're
flying.
5-0. They've got a percentage of 178.6, ladies and
Well,
gentlemen.
they got the best
Go the red,
midfield.
white and
They've
blue.
probably got the best midfield in the competition.
You heard
Cool,
me
isn't it?
first.
Nah, they got the best midfield.
5 and zip is Melbourne in second place with a 147.6. Third are the Sydney
The
Swans.
Swannies. Well, Port have
Cut it out.
Port have slipped to fourth.
Where's North?
4-1's not bad.
Where's North Melbourne?
I didn't even need to look at that, Al. They're on the bottom of the ladder with Hawthorn. Geelong have slipped to 8th. They're 3 and 2 on a percentage of 99.
Right.
So yeah. So go on, Glennie.
So I was just going to say, well, Sydney, GWS, Collingwood, Geelong, they're all just floating in around that mid part or just towards the back end of the 8.
Don't know if Collingwood's.
And then
In there, mate, when they're third on the ladder at the moment.
Who's
Back
that?
did I
end
have
is North
Sydney there?
Melbourne.
Sydney.
Jeez, I did too.
They're at the back end.
Well, that's probably.
And Collingwood's
Well,
in
I'm sorry about that.
16th position as we
Well,
speak.
They'd be the
I still think
Yeah,
they'll
it's
be
not
in the
bad.
8.
Collingwood
I think they'll be in the
first.
8, Sydney, but I think they might be 7 or 8. But anyway.
Oh.
So, and then we've got down the bottom, of course. Do we want to talk about that?
No. The big game this weekend, mate, is Adelaide versus Hawthorn, which is
it'll be a
17th
blockbuster.
v. Actually, where are Adelaide? Oh, they're 7th.
Not really, Jeff.
How many people did you say would go? 10.
10.
No.
10.
10.
10 people.
10.
That's it.
That's all they get. 10 people.
Should be a blockbuster.
Mate, just quickly. Yes.
Sorry, no, okay, go.
No, here you go.
No, I was just going to say, so what do you put it down to at the moment with the sides that are going well? and the ones that aren't?
I think
Is it personnel? What is it?
I
Is
think
it
it's still
game plan?
It's still too early to tell, mate.
Lists?
I think North Melbourne can come back in a screaming hurry to make the top 8.
Yeah, it was
I was
never,
about to bring them up.
never too late.
That's
It's about
that's
to
not
bring something up.
that's not going to happen. Carlton sitting at 11th, GWS at 12th, the Saints at 13th, Essendon at 14th, the Suns at 15th, which is probably about right. Collingwood at 16th, Hawthorn at 17th. I don't think
We're looking
they're.
at massive.
I don't think they're
Nathan
that
Buckley's
bad.
got to go.
Oh, here we
He's
go.
going with Eddie McGuire.
Yeah, well, there you go. You heard it first on the Frothy. Our great
Hang on.
sponsor has just said.
Is that breaking news?
Don't know, mate. But I think 5 games in, it's a bit early to talk
Oh,
about.
no, it is a
where
bit.
everything's
No,
gonna
that's
be,
why
but-
I just sort of said. I haven't. That's what I was saying before about Sydney because it's I'm in their third.
Yeah.
So they're going well,
Yeah, yeah.
and they can turn that around. Like they can stay there. But I still think that there's a long way to go.
There is. There is.
But there's any coaches under the pump?
David Teague.
Well, Worsfold could go to Collingwood.
Well, I don't think they'll lose. I don't think Buckley will go.
He needs to.
I think he's safe.
He has been.
He's
So
one coach that's never won a premiership.
They'll win a couple more games and they'll be safe. They'll
anyway, it's interesting at the moment with the footy and that. I think right smack bang in the middle of the year that'll dictate what's going to happen.
Yeah, you've got a while to go there,
A
Glennie.
little
What
way.
about
That's
quickly,
right.
AFL? Kay Simpson's put his hand back up and Gary Ablett Jr.'s put his hand back up.
Yeah, don't like it.
Has he?
Don't like it. Don't like it one bit.
No.
There is a rule in the AFL saying that Gary Ablett can't come back until next year, and they're already talking about bending that rule to get him back in to boost crowd numbers, and I think that is pathetic.
Mid-season,
Yeah.
free agent.
Yeah, no. Once you quit and
But
stay away.
Well, that's happened to us, hasn't it?
Well, Brent Harvey.
Hodge retired at Hawthorn. Hodge retired at Hawthorn, went to Brisbane,
Yes.
and Frawley retired from football and went to St Kilda.
Yes.
So there's a bit of it going on.
Indeed.
Anyway,
Indeed. Just very quickly, the NRL ladder, Glennie.
Yes, I was
Penrith
gonna say
Panthers untouchable, mate. In the moment, they're 7 and zip.
yeah, they are.
Go to the
Absolutely
14 points. No,
smacking
because
us,
we're about to go to Cleve Steps. The
They're smacking,
the
aren't
Rabbitohs are in second position. The Eels, mate, a third. Storms 4th. Roosters 5th. The Dragons 6th. 7th, the Titans, and 8th, the Warriors, just to finish out their top 8 there with the Raiders. That surprised me, the Raiders down there. I thought they'd be up.
Oh, they're getting smacked. I mean, yeah, 24-6 from the Knights and 32. Oh, anyway. Let's get on to Cleve's tips.
Anyway,
shall we?
guys,
Here we go.
we're now on to the best part of the night. Hope you've enjoyed the show so far. But this is...
Hello everybody, and today it's time for Cleve's Tips.
Are we done?
It's still going.
Holy hell, how long does this
There you
go for? Jeez.
The intro is bigger than the
The show.
Hang on, we got the outro.
So
ready.
how's Pork Belly going tonight?
Pork belly?
Is
Is it racing?
It'll be going okay. Am I?
Yes,
Oh,
here we go.
well, look, things are going pretty well. It was good last week. I had a couple of wins there at the races. At the car races, I had a couple of wins.
Yes.
But anyway, this is this week.
Let's do it.
So we got Ramwick, fine, good 4.
Fine.
Race 1, horse 1.
Fine.
Rothenberg, got
Yes.
the great man on him. Who is he, mate? The great man.
Huey.
Bowman, he's on him at 7 and 670.
Loves him.
Ah, he's good.
Loves him.
1400 metres at race 2. We've got the ongoing Geist.
Oh, yeah.
He's not the favourite. Rachel King's on it. Good jockey, Rachel.
Who's she?
Good jockey.
David King's sister.
No relation at all. 7 and 790.
Oh!
So 7 on the as fixed, 790 as a tote. 'Cause
thought
you
that
can
was-
get your money back.
I thought
You
there was
put
a
your-
place.
Put your
790.
money back on the fixed in the first races 1 to 6, and you'll get your money back.
I like it.
And you can bet on something else when you lose.
We should get Rachel King on the show.
12. Well, we could. Why don't we get a jockey on?
What do you want?
I will. I'll have a talk to some of the
Here you go.
jockeys there.
So
I'll ring up.
He's going to have a talk to some of the
Bring up
jockeys.
Huey Bowman. 1200 metres, race 5, horse 5, Senior Fox.
Say that again.
Race 5, horse 5, Senior Fox.
Senior.
$5 and $5.60.
Senior.
Got James McDonald on it. I think you do. I think you do well. 1600 metres, race 6, horse 2, High Low.
Who?
High Low.
I drive one. I actually got three of them, haven't I?
Not a Hindu or
High
340 and 450.
Yes.
It's he's High Lau's the Hawks stable. No,
Hawks at Rosebery.
No, Hawks. Johnny Hawks stable. Tommy Berry's on him.
Yeah,
there'd be a win. 1400 metres, race 7. Oh God, he's up again. Savatiniano. Do you like how I said that? Huey Bowman.
Fettuccine, I'd love
He's going to win 650, 230.
She was a good tennis player, wasn't she?
She was.
Sabatini. Is
She
that it?
was.
Gabriella Sabatini.
Yeah.
Remember her?
Sabra.
Sabra or Sabba?
I
Gabriella
know.
Sabatini.
I was just thinking Robin that is sitting down there writing all this down at the moment. 530, sorry, so 650 on the and 230 for a place.
Oh,
230,
yeah.
That's for a place.
Yeah.
530 on the tote,
Yeah.
and 230.
Yeah.
That'll win that.
Yeah.
Big odds here. You ready for this?
No.
This is a Al could call it breaking news. I reckon a 14.
Breaking news.
Oh, I don't know. I'd stick a lazy 100 on it. But no, I wouldn't.
Put your house on it.
No, I'd put a couple of bucks.
Look at
on it,
this.
but-
We sung Happy Birthday to Juanita. She never came back. Hope you're well, Juanita.
Yeah, I hope
Hopefully
you're
she's
all right.
having a nice dinner somewhere.
1400 metres in race 8. Horse 2, Bradenburg.
Oh,
Bradenburg.
you get them when you
Ex-
go to the markets and the big sausages and that's
They're
bratwurst.
work. Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
You ready for this?
Yeah, go.
Pay $16 and
No.
Oh, I'm telling you.
No.
I'm telling you.
What's the chance of that winning? $16.
It's a champion horse.
track's it
Just
at?
coming back at Randwick.
$16.
Have a look at it. $16. Even if you put on a place, it's playing at the moment. It's playing $4.60.
No.
Louise Day on it.
Hang on. Corey wants some.
What number?
Horse 2.
Race 8, horse 2.
Yeah, you're paying $11 fixed. Sorry, $11 on the tote at the moment.
Brandenburg.
$4.60.
Yeah.
Brandenburg. Don't look at it there. It's just I follow it, and it'll do all right.
Oh, there you go.
So put a
Give
few
it a beer
bucks on it.
first.
Wait a minute.
Please, Tiffs. It'll go all right.
Stick 5 on it, and you're gonna at $16.
Put your house on it.
So, because he's in weaker class.
Yeah.
So that's why. That's why they haven't put these in weaker class.
That's how I
and-
feel like I want to do this show.
But also, like,
I'm in weaker
I
class.
don't mind fair toss in that either.
I bet you don't.
I don't mind having a foot toss.
It's like $850,000.
Exactly. So it's the champion horse. So just remember, I said that.
He follows it.
$8 and $10.90. 1,200 metres. Race 9, horse 12. Selena Dreaming.
I thought you were going to say Selena Dion then.
Selena Dreaming at 360
McAvoy.
and 670 though on the tote. Keren's on it. McAvoy.
Just-
Not big boy McAvoy.
Big boy.
Oh, it's not right.
No.
Just before you go, where are you doing? Corey from Corey's Garden Landscaping. Are you going to watch that horse? Are you? You going to keep?
Oh,
an
I
eye
just
on
had a
it?
look at its form.
Oh, yeah, keep us updated with how you
all
go,
right.
mate. I'll
We've
just
got the
It's
form
okay.
that you
It's
looked at, haven't you?
yeah.
It's out. It's far too high at the moment. So that's why I'd put a few dollars
What
on
do
it.
you reckon, Alex? Are you going to put some money on that one? I think.
Anyway, happy punting. Just quickly down in Melbourne. No, I'm just going to. Number 1 is
What's happening in Melbourne?
Chaz in Melbourne race. So number
Caulfield.
1, which is in race 3, down at Caulfield. So Chaz in race 1.
Chaz.
Race 6. Number 6. Sorry, all of Brighton in race 5.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
And race 12, Killarney, race 7, and it's a 2,000 metres. That'll be it. I'm not gone to Muppettville, and I have not gone to Doomben.
Hey?
So we've got all good 4s, and track's fine. So no excuses for the races. Get out and put your house on it.
Well, that was Cleve's tips. Well done, Glennie.
There we go. And we're back.
Now I've just been handed a phone here, which has got Cleandra City Boxing Fitness Club. Gym back to normal after last night's fight. Massive thanks to John Effie, Damien Frank showing up this morning, clean up, well done. Big thanks to Rod Curtin. What is this for, Josh?
Boxing, mate.
Yes.
That's it. Where's that here?
Rod 2 interstate
Oh, Clan.
routes back to Tassie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Who's that? That's
It was Barker and Elaine McKenzie
Okay.
this week.
There's a lot to read. Sorry,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah.
Thomas Barker, Liam McKenzie, Dylan Snooks for making up the trip north. Much appreciated. So well done, guys. So they won, I'm gathering.
They did.
Well done.
Well done,
Rod 2
boys.
trophies back.
So how old are they, mate? What are we looking at there? What? So I'm sorry, I'm-
Liam McKenzie must be 15.
15. Good boy.
Run it well.
Yep.
And Barker must be 17.
17. Oh, that's good. So well done, lads.
Well, there you go. We might have
Well,
to
we-
get them in the frothy and have a
we,
bit of
we,
an order.
we will.
That was
We,
my thoughts.
yeah. How good was that? Well, that's what I mean.
Yep.
It's good to see a young fella like that, and because it's the women are into it too now.
Well, they are.
Always bring it back.
But it's
That's good.
terrific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as I said before, I'm really worried about the fact that this celebrity boxing matches are taking the limelight.
Well,
yeah, from
that's what
people who are actually
Brown.
boxing
That's
the
what
sport.
Brown was saying. But at the end of the day, it's as look. I'll give Gallen his due. One thing he has said, he may have a fight with Huni, which is he's going to be going to the Olympics. So he's going to the Olympics if it's on. If they still let Frothies in there, and he will. This guy has won 3 from 3,
Yep.
3 professional fights. He's heavyweight. He's won them. So if Gallen has got to,
Yeah.
is going to have to fight.
Is he
him.
good enough?
No.
Brands has, mate.
Is he good enough? Is Gallen good enough to win something?
Big Daddy Lucas Brown's has, mate.
Yeah, he is. This guy, Hooney, no, he's good.
Since
Okay.
his last fight,
Yeah.
he was annihilated.
Yeah, he won't come back, will he? No. So Lucas Brown, he was a good boxer, but no. I think once your time's up, it's
Time's up.
and that's it. And
And Glennie,
our time's up, so we're looking at. We mentioned something about porkies before, didn't
Paul
we?
Belly, we're about to go and have a feed. Guys, thanks for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Please subscribe, tell your friends. We do a lot of interviews as well here on the Frothy. We haven't done for a couple of shows,
No, we
but,
haven't, yeah, but,
we're just having a couple of beers and enjoying ourselves and just working our way back
We are, mate.
into the season.
Moving into the colder months, and
To those in Perth, you're in a 3-day lockdown. Hope you guys survive. And good luck
I'm
with
sure
it.
they'll survive.
Good luck with
Do they
it.
have enough loo paper? It's probably the big
Well,
question.
as long as they're not being run by the Japanese over there, because they shut down all their pubs, they won't be able to get a drink for 3 days.
no, they won't.
What would you do?
I'll be bugging.
I'd be bugging
no,
too. Thanks, guys, for joining us here in the Frothy Bar. Corey, Ange, Josh,
thanks,
Leah,
guys.
Albo, and Glennie and myself.
And
So,
we might just go and have because we haven't done that yet, we might go and have a refreshment.
I might have a froth
Okay, well done.
or two.
Have a great
Oh,
weekend.
hang on. Hello.
Have you got that?
Glennie Cleaver.
Have a great weekend.
See you, guys.
You're listening to the Friday Frothy. What a fantastic show.
You'll see.